Alright guys, it's that time of the month again. Welcome to another Ironman Ramble video with myself. How's everyone doing? You obviously can't reply because this is a video, and that is a stupid question to ask at the start of videos, but whatever. Once again, just once a month thing to kind of take you guys through what I've been doing the past month in progress and rambling about other stuff so you have something to listen to while you guys skill. So let me just set this up and then we'll get right into it. So first things first, I usually go through the month CML. So here's the month CML. I'm quite happy with this month considering I thought my last month would have been something a bit more substantial. Let me just move the mic a bit. I thought it would be something a bit more substantial than this. But this is where I kind of made up for it. So I gained quite a lot of experience in loads of different areas, and I kind of take you through exactly what I did. So much of this attack XP is from the rest of the end of Slayer. So I hit 20 mil Slayer this month, and there's also a lot from Mole. I don't think I did any other combat stuff. I don't necessarily remember me doing anything like that. Nothing really rattles the brain that much. So I'll just leave it as that. Yeah, most of the range XP and all that shit was from Zora, which I did a lot. I'll get to that in a bit. Got a few new goodies from Zora, which I want to share. Prayer XP again is from Ectofile stuff. I just do that every day. Maybe I'll stop doing it, and because it might not be worth the time, and only be worth it with Dagonoth Bones, excuse me. But whatever. Magic. I've done a lot of alking. I've done a lot of orb charging. And that's pretty much the only two places you get a mass majority of magic XP. That's kind of why it shot up a lot. But I didn't really do any barraging when I was slaying at all. I don't think there was many smoke devil tasks left in that, which kind of accompanied that. A lot of that was just from orb charging. Cooking's the only skill I haven't done this month, but that's probably because I only do those with grapes, and there's no real passive cooking XP you can really get, except for if you're doing cut eat fishing, but I don't do that because I'm bad at it, and I'd rather just do the dropping, and that's fine. I'm nearly banked 20 mil cooking, so I should be good with that soon. I AFK'd a bit of wood cutting this morning just to see if I liked it, and I do actually. It's quite nice. It reminds me of the time when I was banking wood cutting for construction. I would just kind of have it up in the corner and Fortic it. A mass majority of that wood cutting XP is from Wintertold as well, which I also finished this month, so that's nice. Most of the fletching I did this month was from Wintertold, and I did a few darts. Where did I do some darts? I did some darts at Herbivore, which we'll get to later. The fishing legend. So I finished fire making. It's the next one. So I finished fire making. That's at 20 mil now. That was very quick. Didn't take that long at all. I've practically finished crafting as well. So this is where a big chunk of my EHP went into this month. I basically spent all my battle staffs, all my gems, and all my hides and all that stuff that I got from Slayer and Gem Night Thieving and all this stuff, and I managed to get this all out. I'm nearly at 20 mil, and I have the gems banked for 20 mil, but I just haven't really got to it yet. I'll get to it whenever, really. It's no big deal. A bit more anti venom making. That's about it. I did like a day and a half of agility with Tyler when I got back from Creamfields, which I'll get to it later as well. Where I just kind of wanted to acclimate myself back into the game. I didn't want to do anything too intensive at all, so that's fine. Thieving I'll get to in a sec, but obviously you can see that I went past 20 mil, even though my goal was 20 mil, and so there's obviously something that happened there. The Slayer's just the last end. A bit of it hit 20 mil with that. I'm keeping up with my farming gains, and those have been increasing because I've been doing a lot more Mole and Zoro. Plus with the extra mahogany and teak seeds now you get from Mole, that's going to be an extra like 40k a week, which is quite nice. I'm really looking forward to cashing that all in. I'm looking back at this, I'm surprised how much runecrafting XP I did this month actually. If that's around 54k an hour at ZMI, I did quite a lot, so I'm quite happy with that. I didn't realize it was that much that I did, so I'm quite happy that I spent that much time at ZMI. That's a good sign. That's a good sign that I haven't really just not done any runecrafting at all. And then the hunter, a bit more of that I think was some leftover chins. Like I got like one more armor task between my last video and when I hit 20 mil, so I just had to hunt some chimps for that. The rest of that was at Herbivore, which we'll get to in a bit. And overall I gained that much HP, and if we get to the stats, can't scroll down, which is annoying. I'm at. Never mind. It's not showing it. So. Yeah, I'm at for 3232. So that's cool. I'll move this over here for now, so I'll pull up something else later. Alright, so that's what I did with CML. Let me just set this up again. And actually, I'll take you from my bank because that was the next thing on my list. So here's the monthly bank vid. I'm just gonna slowly go through it. My runes are still keeping up nicely. I've caved into buying Astrals now. I'm not just gonna rely on ZMI for these. It's kind of annoying. So I just kind of buy like 5k at a time and just go for it. But the rest of them are just, you know, stacking up as normal. Oh, that's where a majority of my rune crafting was from. I made all the cosmics. I made all the cosmics to get all the orbs charged. So that's where a majority of the cosmics rune crafting XP was from. My apologies. I didn't spend that much time at ZMI, but I made like 60k cosmics. So that was, I quite enjoyed that as well. You just bank at Crafting Guild and then use your max cape to also tell you to the fairy ring in your house, and you never use any staminas, and it's quite quick trips, and I quite like that. So that's all good. I also rearranged this front tab here. I got rid of all the glory placeholders because you don't need those anymore. Well, I don't think you ever needed them, but I kind of just forced myself to do that. Put all my pouches there now, so it's all kind of tidy here. Hopefully soon this will be kind of combining down a bit more. Like I can just move that into there. I don't really need these game necklaces. These are kind of in the way. I'll just move those over there. I don't really use the quest cape for much except for clues and stuff, so it's whatever. But this is just slowly coming together. I fucked up my bank, which is nice. I'll just move it like this. Anyway, so here's the bank at the moment. I charged about 19.4k air orbs, but I only had like 15k battle steps or so I got loads of these spare. I spent like a good couple days just like grinding through them, AFKing them as I did. So that took a while. Cash stack looking tidy. So here's the farming tab. I've kind of expanded it quite a bit. So as you can see, I finished all my limpwoods a couple of days ago, but I've been doing some moles, so there's a kind of stacking it. But I haven't really been growing any limpwoods recently. It's just not something I'm really paying attention to because I'll have a lot of limpwood roots anyway. You only need like 40k or so because that's how many qualms you'll get. Although you'll probably get more from herbivore now, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I've added the mahogany and teaks here. I've also brought back in the maples and willows, and I'm started to keep these pineapples here as well, just in case I run out of any papayas or palms, because pineapples is just whatever. I'll just grow them. The rest of this, if you compare my last herb seed tab to this one, then you'll see that I've gotten rid of all my Harrowlanders now. I had like 2k of those, or like 1.7k of those or something. A couple months back, I've grown all those, grown all my Raynars, grown all my Irrits, and now onto the Avantos, and we're going to slowly work through all these. I'm going to be growing my Toadflax last because they're like the worst herb you can really do. Even though they have the most experience, to get the secondaries from them is very time consuming. So when you're comparing, like when you add in the time to collect the secondaries, they're one of the worst herbs you can do together with Dwarfweed. So I'll just grow these two last and just be able to do away with it. I've also been doing the ultra compost, which I'll get into a bit. This shouldn't be here. This should be in the leprechaun, but that's whatever. Just kind of have some spare volcanic cash. I'll just put them in here. And I've been using these watermelon seeds to get some extra farming XP for the super compost that I make, as opposed to just buying the pineapples, because that's quite annoying. So here's the herb tab right now. It's looking very good. It's slowly getting up there. As you can see, I finished all the Harrowlanders and kind of just working on everything else. All the Irrits are done as well now, so shame I didn't hit 10k, but I didn't have enough seeds, obviously, so that's fine. All these limpwort roots. These white berries are from I get 16 per herb run, so if you divide that by 16, that's how many herb runs I've done since I got the white berries started, so that's cool. And these nests are stacking up as well. So there's a lot from Zora. Most of the majority of this stack was from Armadillo when I killed them. Then when they dropped them, but a lot of these also from Mole. So that's nice. I've been doing like a trip a day, which is around 70 kills or so, and that really adds up over time. So hopefully I can get this up to the 18 or 19k Toadflax that I'll probably ending up with when I grow all these out. So that's nice. Potion tab's still normal, just made a bit more anti-venoms for Zora, that's fine. Clue tab is kind of depressing, although I did get the Master Scrollbook. I'm not sure if I said that in the last video, but I did get that. This is all just kind of depressing, really. It's not really, it's just whenever I get round to doing all the clues and get all the clue rewards, then this is where this tab will come in, but until then, it's just kind of like a waste of bank space in a sense. Like I can probably bank these in more outcome or something, because I don't really need these anymore. That's fine. Back to the Zora tab, so everything's stacking up quite nicely. I ended up getting a Magma Mutagen about 100 kills ago, so that was like 3,400 and something. So I got the Mutagen before the pet, which is alright, and then a few kills later I got the Jar Swamp, so that's the extra 1 in 3k. So I went like just a bit over dry for this, just a bit over drop rate for this, so that's fine. I don't mind that. Here's all the uniques and items and stuff, and the current Zora tab. So I need to cook all these because this, some of this is from minnows when I did a few there, but a lot of these are like 900 or so are remnants from the old Zora drop table, so it's no big deal really. Imbue Heart's still chilling, it's all good. Next one. So I rearranged this tab quite a bit, just cleaned it up, so it's a bit tidier and it's a bit nicer on the eyes. It's still getting used to where everything is, but it's all good. I'm up to 752k toggle now, which so this is no infernos at all. This is just pretty much purely from gem thieving, and I'm only at 25 mil thieving at the moment, so I'm gonna have a lot of toggle to spend eventually. Here's my Numenite stack. This is all from Herbivore. I haven't really touched anything else. I need to get rid of these dust runes. I don't really use these at all, but they're kind of conveniently in that spot, so I don't really want to get rid of them. All my gems, all these are from like a couple mil XP, not even a couple mil XP, like a mil and a bit XP from Gem Knights. I've been doing those with my phone and my GameCube controller, and just like lying in bed. I'll get to why I've been in bed a lot later as well. Like, a lot of things I'll get to. All these supplies for my orbs. Eventually, I'll get giant seaweed, so hopefully I can cheat out a lot of soda ash and stuff like that. But I haven't found the time to think of a way to get seaweed seeds efficiently, which is annoying. So currently, you kind of just want to kill wyverns, or you want to kill the lobstrosities, which is also really annoying, or you want to do the underwater thieving, which I don't want to do because I want to have as much thieving and crafting and as much agility and graceful as possible. So that's kind of annoying, but it's neither here nor there. Everything else stacking up quite nicely. These are most of these from Zora as well, so that's a lot of cash in there. All these darts as well. I need to get through, and yeah, pretty much it. I nearly finished up all my dart tips as well. I hit that much when I got to 20 mil fire making. I never really continued with them at all. Maybe I'll finish all these up with Herbivore, so that's fine. I did a bit of plank making this morning just to see how it was with the wood cutting, and quite enjoyed it. This is about like 16 mil construction banks at the moment, which is like rank 5 or something stupid. Like, it's just stupid. Like, no one really goes for construction because of how expensive it is or how annoying it is to, or no one's ever really just gone for that skill. So people hit like 20 mil or something and just kind of stop. Actually, like Dids is 20 mil and he's like rank 2, which is something stupid, but oh well. Arrow shafts coming on quite nicely. You need like 15 mil arrow shafts for like 200 mil fletching, but it's probably like a few mil less because you order darts, and actually making the arrow shafts themselves will be quite cheaper, or quite a lot fewer arrow shafts you actually need. So that's all good, but I'll probably do what Aloe does. He does like a 100k at a time, so he makes 100 arrow shafts, headless arrows, and he makes 100k broad, so that's fine. Dart supply always going to be up there. Don't really see any anyway, it's going to go down. And that's pretty much the rest of the tab. Nothing too spectacular. I need to get rid of these bird nests. I'll put them in here just in case. Nothing too spectacular at all. Just extra jewelry, extra junk. It's just my junk tab essentially. So PVM tab hasn't changed, so nothing new here. And Slayer tab hasn't really changed at all, except that I made all the bracelets that I needed. And here's all the battle staffs I made when I did all the crafting. Nothing else has really changed in here. So that's pretty much the whole thing, but here's the main one, the herb tab. So that's cool. So let's get back to the fetching, and then I'll tell you guys what I've been up to during the past month or so. This must have been a busy month, really. I've done about. Actually, let's check. Do I have a ring of wealth? Whoops. Do I have a ring of wealth? Yeah, I do. Features. So yeah, capped up a bit more Winter Todd. I haven't really been to many other bossings. Yeah, I maxed at 2.7k. I did a few more K Zora, and then this is pretty much where I'm at now. So been doing a lot of Zora, which is nice. And a lot more giant mole as well. I maxed out with like 1600, so that's pretty much all of the mole since the tracker came out. So that's quite nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So just mole and Zora. Finished off fire making, so that's 20 mil now. 20 mil thieving as well, and nearly at 20 mil crafting, and CMI just going on normal. I don't really know what I'm going to work on next. Oh, I finished 20 mil hunter as well at herbivore, which I'll get to, and farming is coming on quite nicely. I don't really know what I'll get to next. Probably wood cutting, something like that to max destruction, and then I'll just finish off the rest of the wood cutting soon. Cooking. I'm like halfway done with cooking, but I'm starts from Zora. I just need like 30k grapes or something total, so that's fine, and the rest of it will just come on whenever I feel like it. Yeah, all right. Let's actually get into the main event of the video, which is Fossil Island. So the main big thing that came out was Fossil Island, and if you remember my last Ramble video, Fossil Island wasn't necessarily the most exciting thing I was waiting for. I was kind of slamming it based on who was working on it, but I was wrong. I'm happy to admit that I was wrong about my thoughts about Fossil Island, because although my opinion was informed going into Fossil Island, my opinion was wrong at the result as to seeing what it actually was. So I was quite pleasantly surprised at how well the island was in terms of content balancing. So let's just go through the bad. Like there's less bad stuff than good stuff, or fewer bad things than good things for the island. So obviously bad things was like the one thing everyone really wanted was the mine to be good, the volcanic mine, and they just buffed it today. I'm recording this on the Thursday and releasing it on the Friday because I'll be away tomorrow. But everyone wanted the mine to be good, right? But it just wasn't good. So I if it was like super overpowered, I would have probably rushed to it. But I haven't gained any kudos, and all my fossils are just in storage, so I haven't really done any of those yet. There's just a lot of herb XP waiting for me to get, which I'll sort out once I actually get enough fossils to do everything at once. I don't want to keep going back there every time just to clean fossils and whatever. It'll just get all sorted out eventually. Also, another kind of bad thing was the woodcutting in the swamp. I'm not sure why anyone would really want to go do that. The traditional woodcutting seems the best, and redwoods is a thing. So I doubt anyone really want to kind of deviate from that. But the rest of the island was really surprisingly good. The quest was nice. I finished in about 10 minutes, although the vodka was quite interesting. I had to house portal to Pollen Beach and then go on a PvP world to get stock for vodka. And but a lot of other people in the Discord I was in when it was going on were not happy at all. So that was funny. Ultra Compost is fucking amazing. If you didn't know, it's definitely worth doing. I think the average herb you get now went from 7.5 to 9.7 or something. So you get like an extra. So it's always a minimum of 6 herbs, and then the general average is around like 9 to 10 or so. I've been averaging around 10 herbs per seed ever since I started using Ultra Compost. So it's just amazing. It's definitely worth using for a majority of your herbs. Maybe not toadflax, maybe not dwarf weeds because of how long the secondaries actually take. But there's no point in not using it, to be honest. It's just so nice to use. I don't think it's worth using on any other trees. I think magic trees are like 100% protected if you use Ultra Compost, but the time it takes to get the Ultra Compost just for the magic seed, I'm not too sure about. It might be worth planting on spirits if you don't want to protect them, or mahoganies if you don't want to protect them, or whatever. But other than that, Ultra Compost, really fucking good update. Hopefully they come out with a spell soon. Maybe the spell could be from an achievement diary, or unlocked through like a mini quest on the island, or something else, something else like that, where you have to get max kudos for it. Maybe max kudos for like an ancient scroll which they found in the museum, or some magical shit in the forest or the herbivore or whatever. Something stupid like that, like you find it underwater or whatever in some like secret passage. I don't know, but hopefully they bring out the spell, and you'll be able to cast it. preferably with the ash in your inventory as one of the consumables for it. Otherwise, it's kind of wasted. And even then, if you used one ash per spell or per cast, it still would be cheaper to use it on the buckets. It would just be more convenient to do so, which is in line with everything else. Probably put it on the Lunar spell book at like 97, 95 magic or something stupid like that. So that's nice. The giant seaweed is fucking amazing. From what I've heard, it's 6 soda ash per one seedweed, and you get like 20 plus seaweed per patch. It's just amazing. If you grow those, you don't have to go to charters at all. And to keep up with your daily sand, you only need to do like one run per every other day to like keep up with it and keep it stable. So what you could do is just keep growing them and then just let the sand catch up, so you don't need to do them all the time. Otherwise, you just have way too much soda ash. You only need like I think you make around 300k battle staffs on the way to 200 mil crafting, just as a side project, to get enough cash for whatever else. Because you'll be getting crafting from loads of other different places. That like at that point, there's no real need to do anything else because you get a lot from green dragons and all this other stuff. So at that point, you don't really need any more. So if you grow up, if you get like 300k soda ash from all the seaweed, then yeah, go ahead. That's all fine. But yeah, really like the seaweed. The thieving swimming, a lot of people have been enjoying that, and that looks like really good content. I haven't done any myself because I want to, like I said earlier, make sure that the agility and thieving are from Gem Knights and from RD course because of the Marks of Grace and stuff. And then by the time I don't need any more Marks of Grace for all the Aventos that I have, I'll be 200 mil thieving anyway. So it's no real concern for me, that content. Maybe for completionist sakes, but there's nothing really there I kind of want except for the seaweed spores. But anyway, and then Herbivore. So Herbivore's been the main thing I've been at. I'll just say straight up, it's a very good piece of content, and I was pleasantly surprised at how well balanced it was when it came out. Because we were thinking that you'd get like 180k Hunter XP easy with like 25k to 30k herb, which have been just completely overpowered and not necessarily devalue herblore, because the only way to devalue herblore on Ironman is to make like a really high tier potion have really easy secondaries. So say if Ness was super easy to get suddenly, then that would just completely destroy Ironman herblore. There'd be no need to grow any other seeds except for toadflax, if you're talking efficiently at least. So the only way you'd really destroy Ironman herblore if you destroy the secondaries, as long as you keep the herb part and the herb part as the most important part, you actually need to use the things as opposed to it being like a zero resource thing, then it's fine. And that's what Herbivore does. Herbivore gives you raw herbs, although you don't have to grow them. It's not as much as growing them in that sense. You just get a passive like 20 mil herblore for 200 mil hunter, which is alright. It's a significant chunk of time off herblore, but it's not so serious that you can do like 80 to 99 hunter and get all your herblore done. You still need to do all the slayer. You still need to grow all the seeds. You still need to collect all the secondaries. There's still a lot of work you need to do to get 99 herblore on your Ironman. So it's still the slowest skill in air quotes, but there are some skills which are really catching up to it, such as agility and rune crafting. Those are some of the slower skills now, and prayer and construction. Those are some of the ones that are kind of getting close to herblore in terms of prestige, difficulty getting, resource gathering, all that stuff. Maybe eventually in the future they'll fucking ruin Ironman herblore through secondaries, but until then, Herbivore is a really good piece of content. I made 2 videos about it, kind of just talking about the theory crafting or aspect of it and kind of trying to figure out how the game works. We've pretty much figured it out now. They added a few more paths today or Thursday. You're seeing this on Friday. If you're watching it on the Thursday, then thank you. They added a few more paths on Thursday, and it seemed to just make it a lot more streamlined. There are a few. If you start from Driftwood, for example, you can finish quite quickly from Driftwood. Like the average path used to take like 76 seconds. Now it's way more back down to the other paths or wherever you can start. They also added a few paths that go from, if you goes mushroom can now go to the east, so it can camp entrance into a tunnel, which is very interesting because that leads to some very, very short paths. So starting from there is a lot better now. Generally speaking, what we found was that you'd never want to start from Leprechaun ever now, because the start of Leprechaun has a 50-50 right at the start, whereas every other starting point has a guaranteed one you click to first. So already you're cutting that off. Running from where you end near the Leprechaun to the Leprechaun Stone is about, you lose around 2 ticks running to the camp entrance stone if you just go through the agility shortcut tunnel they added today also. So that's very nice, very convenient. And the path that you can take from that camp entrance stone can take you either to a very quick 3-step through the middle, where you end up at the middle, which is where you ideally want to be anyway, or it takes you through the tunnel and it takes you down some really interesting paths as well, where you can just end really quickly as well. So you'd probably never want to start at Leprechaun ever again if you end there. You never want to purposely just go there, over any other path. So like say you're at Driftwood or something, or Middle, you never want to just run back down to camp entrance. That would be ludicrous. Obviously you don't want to do that. But the new pathings that they've added is quite nice. So Herbivore is a good solid 9.5 out of 10 for me. Very good content, very pleased with how it came out, and I very much enjoy doing that. The shitty thing about Herbivore though is how many alks you need to actually do it efficiently. You can make a headless hourglass for it, but it's just really annoying. But so alking's probably the best way there. I'll be doing both. But to really get it done properly, you need to bring some alks and bring some fletching supplies. Excuse me, and you'll be good to go. So that's my Fossil Island thoughts. I really enjoy the island. I'll be there. I'll be there whenever I feel like going. Honestly, it's just a nice bit of a selection of content for everyone. Really, it's not like super OP. It's not like Zaire at all. It's its own unique like gem essentially. I quite like it. So alright, so that's what I've been up to in RuneScape. A good like 27 content. So the next couple, that's like 10-20 minutes or so, it's just gonna be about real life stuff. So if you care about that, then stick around. If you don't, then thank you very much for watching. So what I've been up to in real life. So after the last Ramble video, I went to Creamfields. So Creamfields is a electronic dance music festival up near Liverpool in the UK. It was fucking amazing. I saw so many good sets. I can't remember everyone who I saw, but it was amazing. I have a load of video that I took off my phone at Creamfields, and I might edit that all into one compilation, but I don't have Sony Vegas. So if anyone can link me a copy of Sony Vegas, then I'll be happy to make that Creamfields video and post it on this channel, because I really want something to save, not just like, I have like 140 different like 30-second clip videos or something of me watching like Deadmau5, Hardwell, Tiesto, Don Diablo, Alesso, just all these other people. It was amazing. Like it was great. Jaws, Nightmare, Cam and Crooked, Culture Shock, just like loads. It was just amazing. I really enjoyed it. Marshmallow was amazing. If you want to go Creamfields in your UK, just go to Creamfields. It's so nice. The camping's lovely. Met a few like really nice people out there. It's just dope. It's just really good. I do recommend that you get a shower pass though, because not having a shower for 5 days is fucking gross. Just always get the premium shower package. It's only like, I think it's like 20 quid for the weekend or something. Just like it's definitely worth it. Next time I'm going, I'm definitely getting the shower thing. But yeah, because of Creamfields, I'm poor as fuck. So my student loan comes in on the 18th, and that's when I'll have like a lot of money to actually play with. So I need to get. I'm planning to get a new mouse because my old one broke. I had to borrow someone else's. It's just a shitty like 2-button HP like stock office mouse. It's really annoying. I think I'm getting a new keyboard because this one's getting quite grimy now. I've had this one since I played StarCraft 2, so this was like 7-8 years ago. About like 7 years. No, I started StarCraft 2 at like 2011, 2012. So I had this keyboard for like 6-7 years, and it's really grimy. So I need to I need to get a new one. yeah, so I'll be looking around for that. If anyone has any keyboard recommendations, then post in the comments, and I'll take a looky. I've also been just back in the library doing some uni work. Most of the writing up I've done for my dissertation on the personality metrics of political belief and the surrounding implications of that, and political correctness and all this other stuff. I've pretty much written up a good like 10,000 words of just like ground foundation material, which I can always refer to. And I'll be meeting my supervisor sometime when I start the semester in the 26th. So the Tuesday is when my first lessons start, and I'm really looking forward to that. And finally, I got into a bike accident. So I don't drive, which is something I'm going to learn to do next year during the summer. I'm gonna get my driving license. I know, like, being 26 and, well, I'm 25 now, but being 26 and getting a driving license is kind of late. But it's just nothing. It's just something I never really got around doing, and I always rode a push bike. So I've been in one accident before where I was hit by a car, and that was completely my fault. I came out flying through a junction when it was raining at really high speed, and I couldn't brake. So instead of going into the fence or the bushes just to make sure I don't get hit by a car, I go right out into the road and get hit by a car. Obviously, do like 2 barrel rolls in the air and fuck up my shin. That was like 3-4 years ago or something. And this one, so I was on. There's a cycle path near where I live. It's a very famous one which goes from Bristol city centre to Bath city centre. So it used to be like a railway path, but I live like right near it, so I go cycling up and down it quite a lot. But it was at night, and foxes come out at night, obviously. Well, not obviously, because fucking foxes shouldn't be in the fucking city, but they obviously are. But they were kind of like rustling in the bushes and stuff, and I was going like, I don't know, like 10-15 miles an hour or something, but fast enough to the point where if a fox comes out of the bushes right in front of me and I can't react fast enough because I couldn't, because it was like half a second, then I'd hit the fox and go off my bike, and that's exactly what happened. The fox came out, I hit the fox dead on, and I went flying off my bike. I slid right across the floor on my stomach, scraped my right elbow, and I badly bruised my right knee, and lightly bruised my left knee. So I wasn't able to walk for a couple of days, which is really fucking annoying because I was really like getting back into the gym and stuff. I was going to go back to the library to finish all my stuff, but I can't. I need to be at the library to look at all the journal papers and stuff, because I don't have access to. You need the university login to look at most of the psychological journals, and it's really annoying to do it here. So I just rather not. Yeah, I got hit by a fucking fox, man. It's really annoying. I couldn't do. I didn't know if I hurt the fox badly, because once I hit it, I didn't see it anymore. I just kind of ran off. But yeah, I was fucked. I thought that I had fractured my knee or something, because the bruise was massive. It was fucking huge. But it turns out that it's just a normal bruise. The swelling's gone way down. I can finally walk. It's all good. Yeah, it's nothing really to worry about. I've just been like up on paracetamol and ibuprofen and lying in my bed and putting ice on it and all that stuff. Yeah, during me being lying down in bed, the reason why I got so much thieving XP, as seen here, is because I managed to make my GameCube controller act like a mouse. Don't ask how, but what you can do is you can move the joystick, and it moves the cursor around. So while I was in bed, I would control my computer like that, and have the client open. So I'd just be keep tapping the B button just to like keep getting the thieving XP. So all that was just from like relaxing and all that stuff. So whenever I am going to be reading any papers at home or doing any research like that, I'll have RuneScape in the corner and just keep tapping my B button. So that's where. So that my next my next 200 mil skill is going to be thieving, guaranteed. There's no other skill that I see myself sticking with to the point where I'd get that over thieving, because I'm going to get so much passive thieving XP through the next uni year that I should hit 200 mil by the end of the uni year. And if I don't, then obviously I was working harder enough where I couldn't just keep tapping my B button to do it. And I'm not going to purposely just go for all this, but you know, if it comes, it comes. But this will be definitely my highest skill for a long time once I get it up there. Obviously now it's range. No, it's 38 points. Yeah, thieving will go up there eventually. Right, so the month ahead. University starts on the 26th, which means I'll be playing less, definitely. I have 4 days a week at uni. Um, so the Tuesday to Friday, and it's around like 13 hours a week of classes and lectures. But then there's a lot of gaps in between where there's a lot of reading to be done and a lot of own time studying that you need to do. I'm also doing my dissertation, which means I need to dedicate a lot of that in the next couple months or so to actually running experiments and talking to people and going to meetings and getting experience and all this other stuff. So I'll be very much busy. If you see me with with more than like 40 EHP in a week, then you know I'm fucking up. Unless I've been doing some like plus EHP stuff like ZMI or crafting or whatever, or herb law. If I spend on my herb law, then uh, obviously I didn't obviously I concentrated quite a lot. But if I have like a raw 40-hour week, then obviously something's going wrong. If you discount feeding as well, so yeah, I'm definitely concentrating over uni. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be by myself again, so my girlfriend is moving into her halls back into her halls tomorrow, which is Friday, which is the day you're watching it. This is why I'm recording it today and then uploading it on Friday. So I'm gonna help her tomorrow, and that's gonna suck because I don't have my girlfriend around. So it's gonna be a couple of months, more like a month and a bit, because we're seeing each other for my birthday, which is mid-October, which is another one I got for pre-record for because October 15th is my birthday, and I usually release these on the 15th. So, yeah, it's gonna be annoying. But that means I can hit the ground running again. I can just kind of dedicate everything to uni and RuneScape and all my other peer groups and all my other friends and stuff like that. So I can really have no distractions at all, which would be very nice to do. So yeah, I'll be definitely playing less RuneScape, but it just means I'll be doing more things which I need to get done anyway. So a lot more ZMI, a lot more AFKing, a lot more wood cutting, a lot more construction, just slower stuff. If there's nothing I can really think of myself dedicating my time to the point where okay, I'm just gonna do this skill, and whenever I log in, this is what I'm doing, and that's fine. The only thing that I feel so strongly about in that regard is herb runs. Do I need to do one now? Actually, maybe I can finish off the video with a herb run. I do need to do a herb run, so let's get it done. So that's the only thing I feel super strongly about is just getting my herb runs done and keeping it up, because I have so many seeds that I just kind of want to, and I also want to like have the picture shown where with my herb tab, because someone was asking about that on Twitter, saying, "Hey, can I see your completed herb tab?" And it's like, well, yeah, eventually, like I'll get it done eventually. Did I miss something? I did. Shit. There we go. So yeah, once all that's done, that'll be nice, and I can kind of deliver that to you guys. But until then, that's pretty much it from me. There's not much else I can ramble on during this herb run, so I'm just going to kind of show you how I do my herb run, I guess. If you guys are too curious at all, I collect all the white berries first, because it's like 960 an hour. If you add up the time actually taken to collect all the white berries, which is nice. I think that's faster than collecting them raw in the wilderness, so this is definitely worth doing. The poison ivies aren't really worth it anymore because they're slower herb XP than most common herb seeds that you get from Slayer anyway. So there's no real need in doing them. It's just like if you're rushing to 200 mil herb, then obviously you probably want to do that. But even then, you just want to have some white berries ready, so you want to swap these in and out once you've collected all of them. I kind of just use my poison ivies now as payment for calquats, and I have enough of them to pay for a good long time. So, and I can't wait to the day when they run out because I didn't really need to pick that many. It's just kind of what I did really. I did so many herb runs every day that I would just pick these every time I had them. So yeah, once I get these all done, I get out 4 ultra compost, so they don't. So like I have ultra compost for the next 4 herb patches I go to. Nice. But I don't clog my inventory with an extra 3 spaces, because that would mean that I could only get 10, and that's my average, right? So hopefully if I proc a bit more, then I'll be able to just fill up a bit more. But if it doesn't, then that's fine. So the ordering I do this isn't necessarily the most optimal, I think, but it's the one I've been doing for the past like ever since I started growing herb seeds effectively. So this is one I kind of just stick to. I do Trollheim first. It's the furthest one away, and it's the one kind of furthest away from the tall leprechaun. So I just do this, and it's all good. Yeah, there's not really much else to talk about. It's just gonna be me doing a herb run. So it's like add an extra 5 minutes to the video. I don't really think it needs, and it's at a tidy 40 minutes at the moment. So I think I'll just leave it there. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you next month. If you enjoyed the video and like what I do, then feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. There's going to be a new video every month of this type of ramble. There's also going to be like whenever I do something interesting, or like there's like a method that I kind of want to share, I'll just make like a quick video on it. One of the videos I want to make is the final herbivore video, where I just kind of go through like what I think people should be doing through that game. So that's something I'll do. I also want to make a ZMI guide because when I was at ZMI, like, a few people were asking me how I do it, like whether 4 pouches is efficient, which it is, how you get 55k an hour, which is very easy to do. Not very easy, like that's like the max you can get really. But yeah, it's just something I might do in the future. I can't really think of anything else necessarily that you'd probably want to watch a video on, except for the ZMI and herbivore stuff. There's something else really I'm an expert in, to the point where I can comfortably give advice on that. So that's what I'll do. Luckily I caught that one as diseased. Ah shit, I just went to the wrong one. Don't need to restore any of my shit though. Yeah, shout out to this dude. See him every herb run. We always bump into each other. He's doing his watermelon thing. Stuff like that. I hope he gets the pet. Good luck, Sheldon. Or whatever your name was. Oh yeah, I also grow Abentos, or like my highest XP seed in Trollheim, Korend, and then here. I do it in Trollheim and Korend because they never die, so I never have to resurrect them at all, so I'm guaranteed to get that one complete. And then here you get an extra 10% yield. So the highest quality seed that you want, so it's gonna be Abentos and Irits and Torstals and all that stuff. You want to grow in these ones because that's where you get the most yield from. Unfortunately, I didn't really average 10. I think it was just just short on that. Man, I ended up abandoning the herb run. That's kind of annoying. I guess that's what a ramble video is for, though. That's what it is. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, so I need to buy all the nature runes for my alking. I'll do all my fletching when I do herbivore as well, but that's not gonna be here for a while because I already have. I can show you my spreadsheet. That's something I'll do. So let me just. Fuck! I went to the wrong bit again. I always do this. I hate that having 2 options, and I use both of them during the runs. Oh, don't worry about the buckets, by the way. I just kind of I held loads of them from the Ecto, and I filled them up at the Leprechaun at Falador. Whenever I run out for the Ultra Compost, so it's fine. I need to make another batch of Ultra Compost soon because I'm running out. I've got like 9 runs left. So. Yeah, it's kind of a shoddy run, but still, it's a vast improvement to normal composting. So yeah, I'll quickly go back to the bank. Ah shit. I won't go back to the bank. I'll just I'll just go back to my house. Alright, so this is my herbs at the moment. So this is where I'm at with herbs. That's my XP. So I have 9.4 mil banked at the moment, which is 145 EHP, and I'll end up with 24.5 mil. And then at the end here is the total amount of herbs I expect to get when I grow all the seeds and stuff. So that's Harrowlanders. Harrowlanders is very nice, Toadflax, and it goes down obviously. So I should end up with like 19k Toadflax by the end of all this, which is crazy. The rest of this is just other skills, so like there's prayer, the top is that's crafting, that's a fletching one, a construction one, and that stuff. But here's the main thing I'm working on really, which is so you know on CML when you can go onto your I just open it up now actually. So CML here has this table here, so like guide to max total, and I used this a lot to determine how long I had left to max, and I found that very useful. So I kind of recreated it here with the goal being 20 mil in these skills. So it tells me how many hours I have left for them and the rate that I plan on getting them at. For example, on CML it says rune crafting is 50k. It's actually 50. I get 54.5 quite easily. I think the top you can get is like 55, so that should probably be what the HP rate is. Same with thieving, it's like 255 on CML, but Gemini's is 240. Yeah, all this other shit. I just kind of got like these are the rates I'd usually be getting anyway. Same with working. I don't plan on free ticking anything, so my rate's 75. My prayer's a bit faster than CML, so it's gonna be 70, etc., etc., etc. So I have 688 hours left until, excuse me, until 200 mil. Until 20 mil flat. I need that many essence left. I need this many grapes left, and the rest of it kind of just kind of comes naturally. Construction I should get just normally through the woodcutting. Fletching I've already done anyway. Same with crafting and all this other stuff. So, right, so yeah, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next month. Peace.